So beyond the stories that we tell ourselves, as you know by now, there is everything else, which is not the story. And we know that when we have challenges in life, it's because of the way in which we're focusing on a particular object of reference. There's a certain thing, and the way in which we look at it, and therefore the way we label or judge it, determines our experience of it or them, and therefore we create our realities through the way in which we observe the objects of reference in our life. Yet beyond the names which we give these experiences, you know already there is everything else that is not that experience. And when we can invite the everything else from the background of our awareness into the foreground, suddenly we have a whole new perception. And it's a wonderful thing to do sometimes, to have the background of our awareness come into the fore and have that inspire us into whatever it is that it does as we access that expanded state that has a certain feeling to it, that has a certain new type of awareness to it. People underestimate the value of peripheral awareness. There's something about being completely aware of what's going on in your body in terms of states and what's going on in terms of mental cognition in the mind as well as being simultaneously aware of everything else that's going on in the environment around you. You mentioned that you value flow. I don't know a better way to get into the flow than that. You're completely in tune with what's going on inside you, at the same time in tune with what's going on around you. You're in tune with life. And that generates flow. And when we bring that expanded state into our interactions with others and to these issues that we have, we notice that it starts to change things at a very fundamental level. Nice idea. Now let's get some practice with that. I want you to have a rich experience of what is available to you and what you're capable of in that state. And just how resourceful that state is. Just put all your stuff down. Just put everything down. Even if you're not holding a thing, put everything down. Just let everything go. And as you're ready to just let it all go, I'd like you to notice that you can be aware of my voice, and while you're aware of my voice, you can also be aware of the sound of the leaves in the trees. I don't know if from where you're sitting, you might even notice the hum of this projector. And if there's anything else that might make its way through your auditory field of awareness as you expand it outwards. And I wonder to what extent you can hear more than you usually do. Were you aware of those birds until now? What else might you pick up in your auditory acuity as you just allow that to go all the way out? Before you become too comfortable, I'd like you to have your eyes open a little bit longer. And while you're looking at whatever you're looking at, I would like you to allow into your visual field everything that's here in the periphery. It doesn't matter what you're gazing at. Just be aware of everything 180 degrees to your left and to your right, above and below you. And just notice what it's like as your auditory awareness, as well as your visual awareness, expands outward in this way. You're not aware of what's in your periphery, but you are aware of something there. It's vague, it's not focused. There's just awareness of your periphery, gently, softly, lurking around there. And if you were to have that visual acuity expand even further now, I'm not suggesting that you can see behind you, but if that visual awareness kind of expanded around you, what would that feel like? And notice these feelings now. Notice how your body feels. Sensations, emotions perhaps. Notice your body as a whole. What's the overall state of your body? And while you're being aware of your body, notice how your awareness can in fact surround your body. So that there's awareness of the whole body in some sense, as well as awareness around the body, as if your body is held within a field of awareness. Feeling within your body and feeling around the body. A subtle sense of yourself that is beyond your body. And allow that felt sense of awareness to expand even more now. As if you're feeling yourself expanding. Since you're visually aware and you're auditorily aware all around you, be physically aware all around you too. And allow that awareness to expand more and more. Almost as if you're expanding until you fill this entire space of this room. What would it be like if you could fill this room with your awareness? So that each of us are in fact within your field of awareness. Each of us is in some sense within you. Everything you experience is within your awareness, and you're experiencing each of us within that awareness. So, in that sense, we're each within each other. And just notice how you sense that, how it feels. Notice what comes to mind. Notice your overall state. And whatever else it is that you might pick up. And now, with eyes open, I'd like you to, just for a short while, make eye contact with somebody, with each person in the group, one by one, and just share a little affirming head nod and a little smile that says, I see you. I feel you. We're in this together. Very good. Nice. How was that? Do you think that's rapport building? Do you get a sense of connection in any way? How would you describe that? Peace. Where's the peace? In there. And everywhere. Ah.
And you really should have been in the room. But it wasn't a room.
Ah.
Different sense of shared experience as far as the rapport thing. It's like something we've all been through together. So
Yeah, I also got that feeling. We're all in it together. So, there's compassion.
Ah.
But for ourselves and the others and the space.
Compassion for yourself, others, and the space.
Yeah.
The space in between and
The
around.
whole area.
Ah.
Until they're beyond two.
Oh, beyond this room even.
Yeah,
The whole sort of realm we've got here. Okay. Interesting.
and it's quite high as well.
Uh-huh. Well, we're going to go further tomorrow. For now, we've just sort of contained it somewhat. We've contained the uncontainable.
No, we haven't.
tried to.
We just touched it.
We just didn't explore its outer reaches.
We just on the same
We're
person.
just becoming aware of it.
Yeah. And how much matching and mirroring did we try to do there in order to establish some rapport? Not much. Yet we can all relate to a sense of interconnectedness through being in expanded awareness and just sensing and feeling ourselves in relation to others within this space. There's actually nothing that you've done there. We've actually just tuned into the world around us and the world within us and allowed the world within us and the world around us to sort of merge.
It's like you stop fighting and you just welcome it in.
Yeah.
Allowing is probably.
Yeah. You see, all of this stuff happens as a byproduct of allowing yourself to go into this peripheral awareness. And in the article I published last week on my website, I wrote about peripheral awareness in this way. And for me, it is a key structural element in mindfulness. While mindfulness brings the intention to not judge, to not label your experience, to let things be with compassion, we don't even try to not judge or try to be compassionate. We just allow our awareness to expand, to be aware of what awareness is aware of. We're just making ourselves aware of what we are aware of that's in the background, that we're not normally aware of. And in allowing the background of our awareness to be sensed in all the ways we can sense it, visually, auditorily, kinesthetically, we start to feel all of the stuff that is not judging. How busy was your mind chatter at the time? Go back 5 minutes. How busy was your mind? Not very busy. There's no labeling. There's very little judging of ourselves and of others. There's just sensing. And with that comes a sense of compassion. It's like, I sense you inside of my field of awareness. I wouldn't want to do you any harm while I'm sensing you in this way. I certainly wouldn't want to judge you in any negative kind of way, because it just doesn't feel right to do so when I'm in this state. Judging you would mean judging me, and it loses relevance and appropriateness. I'm not trying to be compassionate, but I find myself being compassionate when I'm in that state.
You're actually not trying anything.
We're just coming back to being authentic. And when we're being authentic, we are compassionate, and we're not judging. And that's mindfulness and a heightened state of awareness.